Scan a map of global shipping, and you'll find that the world's most critical trade routes inevitably funnel into a single maritime crossroads. Every day, vessels carrying Middle Eastern exports, African minerals, and Asian manufactured goods transit this water. The most vital cargo is fuel. Over 70% of the world's oil supply moves directly through the Indian Ocean. This logistics network requires immense physical space. At roughly 70 million square kilometers, the landmass of the entire continent of Europe could be dropped into the Indian Ocean, leaving thousands of kilometers of open water on every side. Because this stretch of water connects the Atlantic and Pacific, the nations that manage its shipping lanes effectively hold a direct lever on the global economy. Geographically, one nation sits at the center of this power dynamic. India extends directly into the heart of the ocean, flanked by the Arabian Sea to the west and the Bay of Bengal to the east. India's 7,500-kilometer coastline puts its most industrialized states, like Gujarat and Maharashtra, in direct contact with these global shipping lanes, turning them into massive hubs for international trade. Beyond the shoreline, the exclusive economic zone provides India legal authority over a staggering 2.3 million square kilometers of ocean. Here, India holds exclusive rights to resources beneath the waves, including offshore oil reserves, natural gas deposits, and major commercial fishing grounds. While this wealth fuels intense naval competition, human control is strictly limited. Our authority over the ocean is confined entirely to the surface. The atmosphere directly above the Indian Ocean is incredibly volatile. The Bay of Bengal acts as a natural incubator for powerful cyclones, which can form and intensify with very little warning. When these storms reach the coastlines of India, Bangladesh, or Sri Lanka, the impact is catastrophic. Floodwaters routinely displace thousands and destroy the infrastructure of entire coastal villages. Beyond the threat of seasonal storms, a slower geological shift is occurring. Rising sea levels are putting the region's lowest-lying landmasses at risk of total submersion. Islands like the Maldives are often viewed as untouched retreats, but their elevation is so low that even a minor increase in sea level threatens to move the shoreline permanently inland. While these coastal disasters are devastating, they are often the visible results of much larger geological forces shifting miles below the seabed. Dropping down into the water column, you enter an environment defined by predators. Tiger sharks and venomous sea snakes patrol the upper layers, following the currents through the open ocean. This ecosystem is one of the few on Earth large enough to support the blue whale, which navigates these waters in search of massive quantities of krill. Near the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the seabed drops into deep trenches where sunlight fails and the water pressure becomes immense. Here, life survives in total darkness through biological adaptations that look completely alien to us. At the very bottom of these trenches, the Earth's crust is divided into massive tectonic plates that are constantly grinding against one another. This tectonic friction is the source of the region's most violent events. When these plates slip, the energy released can displace enough water to trigger a tsunami that travels thousands of miles. In 2004, a single shift on the ocean floor caused an event that claimed over 200,000 lives across 14 different countries in a matter of hours. The seabed proves that the Indian Ocean can unleash forces capable of shutting down global commerce in minutes, exposing the fragility of the logistical systems we build on its surface. Deeper than the shipwrecks or the fault lines is a physical mystery known as the Indian Ocean gravity anomaly. In this region, the Earth's gravitational pull is weaker, causing the sea level to dip downward into a massive depression. Scientists believe this is caused by uneven mass distribution in the deep mantle. Far below the surface, irregular rock densities physically warp the ocean above. Even with modern sensors and global satellite coverage, the fundamental forces shaping this ocean remain largely untamed. When we return to the surface of the Indian Ocean, we find a world completely dominated by massive human industry. Right on top of these geological fault lines and gravity holes, the massive vessels of global trade move millions of tons of cargo every day. These tankers keep the global economy fueled, ignoring the volatile world that exists just a few hundred meters beneath their hulls. Nations will continue to compete for naval dominance and secure trade routes, but the Indian Ocean remains physically indifferent to human mapmaking. We use its surface to move our wealth, but the power in the abyss can redefine our world without warning.